Oof. Yep, that was good metal. Sounds one who ate a whole bunch of tons of iron. What? I can't help it. It's not good for you, man. I recommend you try copper. What? No, those taste bitter. What? You always eat iron all the time. Why not try something new? No way I'm not eating copper. Those things taste terrible. What about you? You ate them. Yes, they're actually pretty good. Alright, you two. Now get off with the arguing. So now we have eaten our fill. Why don't we do some discussion? Alright. Yep. Alright. So far we know that Hideaki/Jr. has a nightmare about the river. Yes. And that Junior himself is remembering his own past in his childhood. That's correct too. But what I'm curious about is when he said he saw Sumi-chan. What does he mean? And who is Sumi-chan exactly? That's just a nickname. Hmm. Maybe it could be Sumirika or Sumiriko. Well, those are the only thing I could think of that it could be. Well, he never mentioned his own childhood or his past, or even Scorpio and Cobra or Niles. He never talks about his own past. Come to think of it, I don't think he even said anything or even brought it up. I mean, from what Scorpio told me that what Junior said, Junior did say that he did moved away from Japan about 11 years ago, I think. Well, if he did moved out, he could have been, what, in his fourth or fifth grade year of age when he moved out. Well, I can't think of the possibility that he could have moved out when he was young, but it is a possibility. When he moved to America and he started in middle school, so technically, yeah. In his year, he did meet Scorpio, Cobra, and Niles in seventh grade at that time. Yeah, true, but what about didn't they say anything? Whoa, no, they never had a conversation about their own childhood or their past. But Junior, on the other hand, he didn't say anything, really. Okay, I know this is gonna be a stupid, dumb theory. What if he had like some sort of a head injury or some type of amnesia? That's the thing you could come up with? What? It's just a theory. Well, it could be, but not really, because I didn't see no scar or injury on his head. If he did had an injury, we would have seen a scar on his head. It would have been visible. Yeah, true, we would have seen it. Okay, that rules it out. Hmm, what? I've been thinking lately. What have you been thinking about? Hmm, I don't know. I've been thinking about the whole mall level or whatever. You mean when Hideaki and Rio hang out at the mall? Yes. And there's something that's been bothering me. Like, we did see Rio and Megumi and Yui there, but except for the other two, that we didn't see them at the mall. You mean Shiro and Shinatsu? Yeah, that. It kind of felt strange to me that we never seen them or anywhere. Well, we did see Shiro once at the school roof, and we see Shinatsu multiple times, and Megumi and Rio and Yui. True. Hmm. Yeah, when I looked at the comments, they said that it was. Well, I remember the comments at the post that we asked, what did Junior Cobra Scorpio saw that mysterious figure at the river? When I looked, they say that it's Shiro, 88%, and Shinatsu's 13%, but Yui's, well, 0% because we've already seen her at the mall, so. Hmm. Yeah, but why do they think it was Shiro that they saw at the river? Why would they think it's her? Well, like you said before, we didn't see her at the mall or anything. Maybe she was at home or something. I don't know. Maybe hanging out with friends. Yeah. Well that tends to be the case in real life. But I'm still find it weird. Why do they think it's Shiro? I mean, like you said, we never seen her at the mall in the game, where Hiyaki, Rio, and Megumi were there, and Yui as well. Well, yeah, but in the second one is Shinatsu. Yeah, we didn't see her at the mall either, or or even in town. So it could be either Shiro or Shinatsu. Okay, there could be well a 65% chance if it's Shiro, if it's not, if it's Shinatsu or not. Do you think that those three saw a ghost? Okay, that's just preposterous. I mean, if they see a ghost, I mean, seriously, really. Well, Cobra did say that he saw like a figure in his thermal vision. Like, he did see thermal. Are you stupid? Ghosts don't produce body heat. They don't. Well, then how come Cobra said he saw purple and blue moving? Typically, when you get into a water and you have a thermal, you could see the person who has blue and purple when they're in cold water or environment. Really? That's stupid. Ghosts don't produce body heat. I mean, even if that is the case, but what about a yokai? Okay, first of all, we never seen a yokai in the noby. We never even seen one or witnessed. Yeah, that does raise a good point. That does some have some unanswered questions. Who the heck is that mysterious figure at the river when those three saw? And remember what you said, that you saw footprints. Yeah? that those footprints are kind of small, about the size of a child's, and they look old, like 10 years ago old. It would appear that someone must have been there before that Hideaki arrived 10 years later. Do you think it's his footprints? Well, if it is, then man, this keeps getting more complicated of a mystery. Can we go back to the whole yokai discussion? I mean, if that were the case, what type of yokai were at the river? What about a kappa? Well, I guess that would rule out a possibility. Well, if it was a kappa, then Junior would have sensed it or smell a yokai. He would have sensed it, but he didn't. Okay, if it's not a kappa, well, they did say they saw a female at the river. What could other females besides Megumi, Yui, Shinatsu, or Shiro? Hmm. Well, I got nothing. Me neither. Well, I do have a possibility, but very unlikely. But I'd rather not say it because that it should never, ever, ever, ever be named. Who is it? What? Well, I'll have to tell you. It's. Okay, really? Why would it be her? I mean, seriously. Yeah, that would be weird if she was at the river. I mean, seriously. They would have seen a female with a surgical mask in an outdated outfit. I mean, like I said, Junior, he would have smelled a yokai. He would have smelled it or sensed it, but he didn't. Or they would have seen her at that scene at the river, or at the edge of the river, or the bridge. They would have seen it. Yeah, that's very unlikely if it is her, because there are no yokai in that universe in that game. Well, anyways, we should probably go back and check the game. Yeah, I think we should. Come on. Alright, so looks like Cobra and Scorpio are doing their thing. And, oh, hey, you're back from your lunch. Yep. So, what's happening? Well, nothing much, but because they're talking. Alright. What are they saying? And they're talking about that Cobra's watching the movies over again, even though he already seen it in that year in 2014. Yep, that was what he's gonna do. Watch the movie that he already saw. Yeah, but it feels weird. Wait, I think they're talking about. I think they said, how long has it been since we got sucked into the game? Yeah, now you mentioned it. If I had to take a guess in my calculations in the video that we saw of those three playing the game that they got sucked in, I think it was the year 2023. Wait, are you saying that they got sucked into the game about 2 years ago, but we're still in the year 2025? That would mean they were in there for like a year in the game. Wow, that's true. Okay, and now they're telling us what's been going on in 2025. Well, there has been a lot of happening in there. Yeah, about that assassination of a person who don't agree with their opinion, and the other is the government shutdown of the food stamp card and all that. Oh, and let's not forget the tear down of the White House. Yeah, yeah, I'll message them about that. All right. Well, looks like they got the message. Yeah, I have the reaction too. If I was sucked into that game in that year. But wait, they're in the year 2014 in noby universe, right? Yes. So chronologically, if those events that it didn't happen yet, what are you thinking? Don't, because it could alter the past, and there will be severe consequences that could happen, repercussions, if you messed up or altered the past. Yeah, okay, I won't say anything. Alright, moving on. Let's see what Junior's doing in school. Alright, he's in class. Looks like class is over. Alright. And there's a choice. Either go to the rooftop, stay in class, or we already went to the where we already went to the courtyard with Yui, so I think we pick the rooftop. Yeah, okay. Alright, that's done. So rooftop it is. I wonder who will see. I think we will see a certain white haired and green eyed female. Shiro. Yep, most likely that she'll be there. Yeah, this begs the question. Why does she go to the rooftops so much? I mean, why even go there? Maybe she's not social? Well, very likely. But what's that sound? It kind of sounds like a guitar playing. And look, they're those couple. Looks like they're listening to the music with the guitar. Yeah. Is that Shiro? Yeah. I didn't know she plays music or instrument of a guitar. Huh. Yeah. Me neither. Looks like to add that to the list. And it's pretty good and catchy. I like that. I like this generation of music. Oh, and she saw Hideaki. Huh. Yep. And they're having a conversation. A few minutes later. Well, looks like it's their period of class. They had to. Seems like it. I wonder if Junior knows that they're in the game for about a year. Does he know? I don't think so. Well, I guess that Cobra's score will tell him when he gets home. Yeah, alright. Looks like he's checking the status of each character. Alright. Hideaki's, well, still the same, but except the nightmare. That's new. Yui's, still the same. Rio, same as usual. Megumi, well, still the stalkerish, clingy, and very obsessive. And Shinatsu, still the same. And Shiro plays a guitar. That's new. Yeah. And let's see what his classes is. Math. Ugh. Everyone's favorite subject. Math. Do you have to be sarcastic? Yes. Ugh. Alright. Well, I guess we'll watch and see what happens. This concludes What If G and F Was in NOBY. See you later, guys.